Hi everyone, my name is Otis, your digital marketing analyst. You're welcome to our Saturday edition, our question and answer. So today we'll be looking at one of the most important questions as for YouTube content creators. So by now, if you're a YouTube content creator, you might have received an email from Google Adsense requesting you to update your tax information. So why is this important? So a lot of people are worried. I got quite a lot of calls and I got quite a lot of emails on how to go about this. So it is simple. So I will show you in this video how to fill your YouTube Adsense tax form for non U.S. YouTube or content creators. So the why you have to do that is because if you don't do that by the end of May 31st, so your Google AdSense will default to about 24 to 30% withholding tax, and that will have a significant impact on your YouTube earnings. So that's why we're here, and I'll get started before I go into showing you how to fill the form correctly so that you get the benefit of that 0% withholding tax. So I would like to answer some of those questions that has been actually thrown to us over the week. And also, before I move further, I just want to say thank you to all of you that have logged in, and those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please just hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell so that you get an alert when we release a new video. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start by looking at some of these questions and the confusion, to clarify the confusion that a lot of people are facing right now. And some people are seeing it as an existential threat on being on YouTube. So it is not. They're just requesting you to fill out the form to make sure, because if your country have a tax treaty with US, that can potentially reduce your tax withholding tax, and that's what they're looking for, because the United States has actually mandated it for the YouTube to actually charge that tax. So that's why they are sending it out to non-US YouTubers, non-US citizen, not US YouTubers, non-US citizen. So for those who live in the United States, so when you open your AdSense account, you're requested to put your social security number, and from that they can actually deduct your tax and know where to send it to. So we're going to start. I'm going to go by answering some of those questions. So we are live. So if you have any question, just send it in. If there's any conflict, so we'll answer your question as we go along the way. So let's look at some of the major questions that we got over the weekend. So, and somebody asked, I got the email. So what do I need to do? And actually, this is just, if you look at the Google Adsense YouTube guidelines, so they actually stated what you need to do. So what you need to do is to fill out those tax forms, update your tax form, your tax information. So I'm going to walk you through as we go down the presentation. I'm going to show you how to fill that tax form correctly so that you benefit from that. I think questions are already coming in. I'm just going to check what the questions are. Okay. Okay, people just logged in. Thank you all. Really appreciate that. Okay, so the next question is, this is how will my earnings, no, sorry. So this is the second question. Why is this thing happening now? Probably some people might have been on the YouTube for over a year, 2 years, and they've not done that. So like as I stated, that it is required by law. So that's why the YouTube is actually requesting you to update that. And it is important that you know that, like I stated, if your country have a tax treaty, a kind of understanding with the United States government, so you can get that 0% withholding tax. So if not, like Korea is about 10%, and some other country, if you don't feel that, it default to between 24 and 30%. If you take that off from your YouTube earnings, that's a lot. So that's why you really have to do that. So before, I'm just answering some few questions, which is a kind of overview before I go into showing you how to fill that form. So, and let me put that so for people to see. So Google, like I said, it has the responsibility under the Charter 3 of the United States Internal Revenue Code to collect tax info from all monetizing creators, all content creators, all YouTubers outside of the United States. Because when people view your content, and because YouTube run ads through your channel, so you make some earnings, and before you get paid at the end of the month, there's a tax deduction. So that's why they just want to make sure that everyone do that. So the third question is, how will my earnings be impacted? So I think I did a kind of a scripted note a little bit. So they're asking the question, how will my earnings be impacted? So if no tax information is provided, please pay attention to this. If no tax information is provided, your tax rate may default to the higher individual backup withholding rates. So that means 24% of your total earnings on YouTube will be withheld or withheld by YouTube. So if you make $100, they're going to take about $24 away from it. So that is why it is important for you to actually update your tax information before May 31st, 2021. So having said that, I'm just going to jump in to show you how to fill this form. I'm using one of the channel of one of our team members to actually use that to show you how to fill that information. So different countries, they have, if your country is not listed among that, you know that you may not get that 0%. So let's go into it. So I'm just going to go straight now. I'm going to log in. If you are following us and you just want to follow the way we're doing, you just want to update your information right now. So just log in into your YouTube account, your Google Adsense account, log into your Google Adsense account and follow the step just as we go along the way. What you need to get ready is, one, you have to get your tax ID, your foreign tax ID. If you live in a different country and you're not a resident and you pay tax, so you need your foreign tax ID for you to be able to get that withholding tax, and you need your address. So let's get started. So I've logged in because I didn't want to start from the process. So just log in into your YouTube account with your Google Adsense account with your Gmail account that you used to log into your YouTube channel. So once you get to that point here, you will see a message that is displayed on your Google Adsense account. So what you do, I'm just going to go down to, so you hit the tax information. So you hit the tax information here, and it's going to tell you to add the tax info. So just follow me. Simple. Sorry, I'm just using this so that it displayed. So now, when you get to this point, once you hit this tax information, it brings you to this dashboard here. So all you need to do is to click individual. So you want to select, because non-individual entity is business for business and charitable organizations and all that. So that comes under the non-individual. So as an individual, so you're going to click this individual. So you hit the next. So are you a U.S. citizen? No. So I'm just doing this for non-U.S. citizens. So you're going to click non-U.S. citizen. So then you hit next. So here it's going to show you what this is here. So when you get to this point, you're going to pay attention to this point here. So we click that non-U.S. citizen. For the W-8 tax form, is actually this form are internal U.S. Internal Revenue Service form that foreign individuals and businesses have to file to verify their country of residence for tax purposes and certify that they qualify for a lower tax rate of withholding tax, and that's why you're being sent. Google is sending you, Google Adsense is sending you this information. So now it is in two parts. The first is you see the W8 BEN, BEN, so which is commonly used by non-US individuals and will also be used to claim your tax treaty benefit. So I click this here and you hit the next. It's going to take you to the next. So now you can change your individual name here. I'm just going to use, I don't want to disclose the name of my our member. So I'm just going to do that. So what if you're doing business? What is you're doing business as? Remember, your channel, your YouTube channel might have, you might have created your YouTube channel as a business, or you created it even if as an individual, and you have a different name. Let's say is AB entity, that is your YouTube name. So pay attention to this. There's the difference between you and your YouTube channel. So let's say ABC entity is your YouTube name. But in any case, if you are using your name and as your YouTube account name, so you don't need to fill this doing business as, you don't need to fill this section here. So if your name is the same thing as your YouTube name, but if it is not, if you have a different YouTube name, so you just have to put the business, what your YouTube name is here. So I'm going to remove that, but I hope that is clear. So that's the country of citizenship. The country of citizenship is different from the country of your residence. These are two different things. So if you're not yet a citizen of that country, you may have some temporary paper that makes it legally for you to stay in that country. So you're still not a citizen, so you choose your country of citizenship here. Because this question, let's choose Nigeria. You can choose any other country. You can choose Australia. You can choose whatever country that that you are from. So let's choose. Let's choose Nigeria. So now, do you have? Remember, this is your country of citizenship. So now, you lived in another country where you do your YouTube, where you create your content. So now, because you pay tax to that country, you have what we call the foreign tax identification number. So this is where you put your foreign tax identification number. So this is what I'm just going to put. I think it's just about like 9 words. So I'm just taking a hypothetical number. So don't copy this because it's wrong. So you'll be going, that'll be okay. So that's so I think that one. So now it takes you to the next section. So you see your foreign tax ID. So it tells the country where you are from. So now you don't have to fill this because this is permanent resident address. Is if your permanent resident address is PO Box, so you don't need to do that. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Just get to get. That's gonna just 1 minute. Okay, so you leave this place blank. So I assume that one of the clients or one of our member is from Spain. So we choose Spain. So you can click this drop down menu. You can select whichever country that you are resident. So you can choose that. So I'm choosing Spain. So let's, I'm going to take you can put your address because it is required for tax purpose. So I'm going to use this address. Muela, please don't mock me because I'm not Spanish. I'm just Muela what one. So and so it's going to require you to put your postcode. So Your postcode is just like your zip code. Zip code, if you live in the United States, it is called the zip code. So your postcode here, so we're using 29015. So the city is Malaga in Spain. So in Malaga in Spain, so the province is the same as the city here. So I'm going to select Malaga again. So you can select your province, which if you live in the United States is like is what we call district. Please just give me 1 minute. Province, you know why it's not populating. Let me see if I can write that. Got a little bit of technical issues here, so it's not populating here. So this is actually the district. So this is going to know that's not. Okay. I don't know. Probably they moved that. So what is requiring you is actually to fill in the same city, province. Oh no, this is not required. Hold on. To this is okay, I got it now. Okay, Malaga, sorry. There was a little bit of technical issue there. So, okay, so we've done that. So this place is very important. Get your province. So I'm going to move to the next into the task treaty. No, this is not the same. So you're going to select. So if you don't select, it's asking you the postal address is same as a permanent address. Yes. So then you're going to go to the next. This is where on the tax treaty. So here, are you claiming, please check the relevant boxes. So are you claiming a reduced rate of withholding tax under the tax treaty? Yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And I'm creating that. So I'm going to say yes. So now it's going to ask me the resident of country claiming treaty with the United States. So show that I'm going to select where you're resident in, the country you're resident in. So just choose that. So because feel this question is actually coming from Spain, so that's why I'm using the resident of that country claiming that treaty with the United States. So I choose Spain. So now look at this special rates and conditions. So you may be exempt or have taxes withheld at a reduced rate on certain income types within the United States. This reduced rate and exception vary among countries and specific income tax group. So select all that applies. Service such as Adsense, yes, I'll check that. What is that? I'm going to check this Article 7. Then reduce rate, go to reduce treaty rate to 0. If you choose 30, that will have a significant impact on your earnings. So I'm going to choose this motion picture. I'm going to choose all that applied. Here, again, choose reduce rate. So choose reduce rate. So now, reason meet the tax treaty. Yes, I check this. I check this so that copyright and royalties. So, and again, let's select. This is it's already there for you. So you do the reduced tax rate. Then the reason that because you made the terms of the treaty article. So next you're going into the document review. So you go into the document review. So let's wait as it loads. So this is actually your W-8 benefit tax form. So you can look at it and click this to preview it, make sure that the information that you supplied is accurate. That's everything that is stated here. So if it is accurate, so you can click confirm. So the next is actually certification. So the next is certification. So here you're going to write your legal name, your full name, which is going to be as your signature for filling this tax form. So, and I'm just going to do this. So it said, yes, I am the person listed in the signature section, and I'm completing this form on my own behalf. So that means you are the person who is actually filling this form by yourself. So you can check, yes. But if someone is doing it on your behalf, no, I'm signing it on behalf of another person, or you're helping another person to do that. So you can click here, and you can click here. So I don't want to go beyond this place so that I don't submit the form. I don't mistakenly submit the form. So the next thing that you're going to do is the activities and services performed in the U.S. affidavit, and you just check the relevant information section. And I strongly believe that this will help you, because once you do this, that will help you to reduce the withholding tax to 0. So going back to, so, and like I said, you just have to do this, because if not, you're just going to be losing money on the table. It is very, very important for you to do that, because by May 31st, your withholding tax will default to 24 to about 30%. So that will have a significant impact on your earnings. So I know that we'll spend quite some time going through this. So we're coming to the end of this presentation, and I hope that this helped. If you want to also read more about those, you can actually also visit our website. So we'll be posting a lot of articles on this on our blog. So like I said, we're coming to the end of this presentation. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please just hit the subscribe button. And if you like if you like the presentation, please just share it with your friends and family. So I look forward to see you next week for another section. We'll be talking about the YouTube, also how to improve your earnings, and we're going to talk a whole lot of things. So let me check about the next comment that is coming in. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have logged in, and have a great day. Remember again to hit the subscribe button. So look forward to see you. Bye.